Waiting times for cataract surgery. K is down here. Where's Canada? I don't even see Canada. It's not even on here. Okay, well, goddamn. Wait, the US isn't even on here either. Oh, there's Canada. What is this? Appointment specialist. Canada's the highest here. Then where down here? UK is there. Canada's #1 here as well. Aren't we all Dylan? Oh, I'm just straight about the Ayatollah. I mean, you know, I don't know. Oh, what's up, Seeker? That's because we suck. Real. I don't know how much the effect killing the Ayatollah will have. We'll see. We'll see.
In addition to, I think it was 23,000 people have died.
I lean towards it being net positive, but I don't know.
Waiting in ERs.
Okay. So they are in need of immediate care and aren't getting it because they're impacted.
Yeah. And so...
Okay. And do you just, again, this isn't a gotcha. Do you have the comparison?
Although, we're never going to do this debate. We did also kill... I still lean towards it being net positive. But we killed like 4 of his family members or something as well. But, you know.
America? Like, I know it's not going to be the same per capita. It's
collateral damage.
Going to be different, but like... Because again, wait times, like, as you're looking this up, I'm not trying to throw you off, but like, yes, wait times are bad. I don't like the idea that wait times get extended when you try to cover them. Yeah,
it's a world population review. Is this, what is this for? Emergency room? Yeah, ER waiting time. US says 24, Canada 126, 112. Germany, Sweden. Canada's not the highest in this one.
Oh, you are first. Burbank got fucked. Yes.
His many successors named. Fuck, I screwed up spelling on that. Did you? Successor. Oh, yeah, I think.
Go ahead, sorry.
I think it's not just that so because they killed him and also like 40 other members of the Iranian government or whatever, it is, I think, probably going to be complicated for them to name a successor in a reasonable time span. And, you know, the hope is that it's going to create enough conflict, it's going to create enough internal division, it's going to create enough chaos that regime change becomes much more likely.
What's happening in this? You have, I think, too much low shelf gain going on right now. Killing it a bit. Maybe turn that down. Presence fine. Maybe soundboard up a bit. There we go. Presence up. And volume down. Bro, my girl might be watching Storm actually. It's one of my favorite piano VSTs called Black. Oh, fucking. I have to keep plugging it and plugging it back in. Keeps failing on me. Aura been killed. There you go. Still sounds a little muddy though. Figure out why it's doing that. How the fuck did this happen? Bro. Dude. Help.
Given the
Help.
80 and 90% of respondents said that they found their healthcare either
Way too
satisfactory
impatient for
or
this shit.
smiling.
why
Bro.
is that the thing we're citing?
Canada, I believe it was 67% of Canadians.
I don't think that's totally irrelevant. But I agree you should look at sort of better identifiable examples of how healthcare is actually performing. I don't think that's 90% of Taylor's brain, assuming me Tyler, lives paycheck to paycheck. Did they ask about Alberta? They're talking about it a little bit. I'm really drunk.
Where is
I
it?
questions
I
about
have
it.
things I need to. I want to send a non-farm.
Space Draw. I'm going to start using this as an insult. Okay, I'm stealing that from you.
Where are they?
I don't think that figure is completely irrelevant, but why not just talk about like readmission rates or like stroke survival rates and stuff like that? Like what? Why?
This kid's smart,
why,
dude.
Why?
Canadians view our healthcare or
He's
their coverage
like-
or their care
Interesting
was
to me.
actually unsatisfactory.
I don't know to what degree I take this as valid.
I hate to,
Twitter is
hate to
also
interrupt,
so
and
useful.
This is wild to me. And I just Soypill, is it the same on your chat? They can't speak English.
Everyone in my
Like,
chat is speaking Spanish. I have no idea why.
English is blocked. It's blocking English messages in YouTube chat.
It's wait, what?
It's blocking super chats too.
Are you
And,
serious? Wait, hold
Oh
on.
wait,
I'm gonna-
go on, you can.
I'm-
you can
I'm
super
like-
chat in Spanish.
I'm
but not
fucking. I'm
English.
cooked right now,
I
dude.
just said
What is
test,
going
unless
on?
Test is a false cognate
No,
in
I-
Spanish.
Like
What the
if you
fuck?
enroll the chat, it works.
What is
but, like,
happening?
I've had people send me stuff that.
Job thing, right? I mean, at least
Oh,
people
oh,
communicate just
oh,
fucking
oh.
with you. The last
Closer.
thing said, Tyler.
This was insane. Did it actually block English messages?
Oh wait, hold on, wait. I got in the hello. It's got to be a flash mob. I see a hello. Someone said hello. All right, that's not a false cognate. Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's fucking soy pill hello.
Well,
I actually-
Xrox, you
I'm
might
gonna
enjoy
say,
this. Then I'm
the
gonna
longest
see if
wait
he
is
wants to talk economics.
I don't believe you.
60.9.
I disagree with
You have to
his
deny surveys
his
for something
idea of
useful later.
good outcomes for housing, and I made some mock
do
legislation
deny
with the template I
surveys
have
to disagree with my priors. Okay.
because I like to make.
No. I'm like I said,
So
what he was
he's pretty knowledgeable, yeah.
using surveys for it was not as convincing evidence.
But I'm
as
about to
the
send him
things
it
that
right
I
now.
am or better correctly citing. And also a lot of surveys are listen, consumer sentiment has been fucked up since COVID. Okay, that's what I'll say.
9 weeks to see a general practitioner.
Yeah, okay. This didn't make a huge difference to the
60.9.
argument. But it's still bad, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the longest
Well,
wait to me
you gotta
matters a
say
lot less to me
51
than the.
days.
Well, the longest wait matters a lot less to me than the modal wait, the average wait, like whether or not they're dying while they're waiting, right? Which you did bring up, which is an important statistic. But just like, oh, this one guy waited a year. Like I think I waited a year for one thing that I've ever done before, and it was
Put some stuff in Discord
but
about what?
it was not life threatening. So the more
I
important.
don't see anything.
But remind me of what you're saying before, because at a point, and then a bunch of people started speaking Spanish.
Oh fuck, I don't know. I'm just going off. I'm going off
Here.
the old
Yeah,
brain.
Wake up us up.
Let me ask a super chat question that they gave me.
Oh,
like,
here we go.
Spanish? I had spent a
It's
while.
in English. It's in English.
Oh,
My question is
hey,
this:
lastima.
would either of you support programs to incentivize healthy living in a socialized system? Seems like there are a ton of ways to
Yep.
change behavior over time, i.e., tax credits, sin taxes on sugar, things like that. Thank you for the $20, Divvy. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Yeah, we already
Well,
did
I
this.
don't-
Oh, go ahead.
I don't agree with the idea of kind of sin taxes because all those things do is it only impacts the people that are already impacted the most. And like it's just in general, in terms of taxation, like just taxation in general, it impacts the people
What is it?
who already can't afford it already. So if they're kind of making, if all they can afford in their little food bodegas or whatever you guys have down there, if they can only afford is some sugary thing, well, they're going to go for it. But if there was, say, let's say, I don't know if it's for the United States, but there's actually
I don't know what makes him believe that it will affect people who are more price sensitive more, and that might disproportionately be poor people. So it might be like regressive in that sense. But I don't know why. I don't know why we're saying it's. What do you mean mostly going to affect people who just have no other option.
Actually no tax on, I believe it's non-prepared food. So like chips, or if you go to like a deli counter to grab a sandwich, but there's actually no tax on like vegetables or things like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I can also think of an example, maybe to your point. If you try to, like, I support the concept, again, this is an ideal thing, but not,
True.
I think, works in practice, of taxing cigarettes out of existence. However, what ends up happening is people are already addicted to cigarettes. So poor people who already shouldn't be spending all the money they do on cigarettes are now buying more at a higher cost and just kind of fucking them over. And this does not, have the intended result. Even
we can talk about some of that stuff later, Seeger. I downloaded one thing.
and I agree with it. What really I think needs to happen for these sorts of things, yeah, you can have tax credits or subsidies for the gym, or you can have programs that promote healthy living, which again are somewhat effective, but not that much. I think you have to make it so these businesses are completely non-profitable. Like it's impossible to profit. So here's an example. It's not health-wise, but this is gambling. So I kind of like remember researching this recently.
Oh boy.
In California, it costs like $1 per hand to play at like a card room in a lot of places because they've outlawed gambling against casinos.
Okay, but yeah, I want to get through with this at least.
As well, instead, we're going to have you bet against this card room banker, and you're just paying $1 to play the game, and you're technically playing against a private company, not the casino. It's a dumb thing to get around the California anti-gambling laws, and which if you look deeper into it, is actually also kind of supported by the tribal casinos who want to make more money. The point is, what ends up happening is you just lose more money if you're playing in these places. And so all the people that are like, hey, gambling sucks all the poor people's money away. Well, it's like,
You
okay,
guys, if you want to know what
because they found a way around it,
I'm
and
putting
also,
in chat,
spend more money on that. And it's like, okay, what if we made it so
Onfun and I
it
had a
costs way too
conversation
much
the
money
other
to
day.
actually just be a casino.
It was really
You're
good.
not making 10% of it.
And
what if cigarettes? You're not taxing
we disagreed over a few
few
things.
Always going to be there. Demand for sugar
Kind of
is
like
always gonna be there.
institutional
What if we make it so
investment,
that taxed now making the cigarettes, or taxed
impacting
So
pricing
I'm
or
understanding
changing out
taxes.
changing outcomes, I guess.
It doesn't matter whether or not the taxes on the production
So,
or consumption of it. It might. There
I
might
made
be
a
some
bill.
context in which it kind of matters, but
I made a bill that would looks like this, okay? And it's like a mock bill, so I have like a mock template already made. And I changed it just a little bit for this, but so I used some quote mapping with AI, to get the quotes excerpts from the SRTs because it's a pain in the ass, but so I can make sure I got what we were talking about. And essentially, I wanted to make a bill that could regulate investment, institutional investment as well as foreign investment without damaging the economy too much. So I created a little fake bill that would do a bunch of things like in an actual legal way. Okay, so like an actual it's local first, but it would be like a state, would pass something like this. This is how it's written in that manner. So yeah, fuck. It's so annoying when it does that. It's because I actually don't know why. I think it's my Ableton maybe, or my Focusrite. I thought it was a phasing thing at first, but I think it's like something a little more annoying. I'm being honest, but it's okay. I'm not that worried about it. Yeah, it does like this. I thought it was like a phasing thing at first, but I swear to God, I cannot fix it, and I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Yeah, if you guys want to read this for fun as well, I didn't change the name of it. I guess I don't know why I didn't do that. Am I fucking stupid? There is a Housing Act 2026. There you go. You guys want to read it as well?
then if you tax the production of cigarettes, they can just pass that cost on to consumers, and people are still gonna buy them, right? Like it's the same. Like who you're not. It's the same thing either way. That's not how tax incentive works.
You know, done a VAT tax on all the materials that you need to buy it, or a property tax on like tobacco farms.
Well, VAT you get rebates for. The final burden is only on consumers.
I do think these things, like I agree with the concept of like kind of legislating or taxing sin out of existence, because these things are you know, I don't think any legitimate business should need like a 12-step program to stop using their product. I think that's insane. Alcohol's obviously the one I think is probably impossible to get rid of. For a lot of these, we really can't get rid of them, and we can't.
Well, shit
promote health
actually
care
gets
really.
done.
All this to say though, none of this is mutually exclusive with socialized medicine. I think this would help socialized medicine a whole lot, but I don't think this is the alternative that's going to fix American healthcare, because now everyone will go work out and shit. Because even if I'm healthy, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get some weird appendix rupture that I might be worried if I can pay for or not. Yeah.
Right, and I think that's what we typically would associate with insurance is, you know, the what ifs. Like not having health insurance, I think is insane to not have at least something. Like that's literally the reason why we have insurance on vehicles. Like it might not be you, it might be someone else.
Whoa! Isn't this Hitler? What do you mean, bro?
You smoked one too many cigarettes and now you got fucking leukemia or something. I don't know.
Also, I don't know about Canada, but I don't know if there's a mandate for this on a federal level, but at least most states mandate that you get car insurance in the U.S.
And like, do you think
That's
socialized
my
medicine would be the solution
my
to getting
template.
million people who are uninsured back onto some
I
sort
guess
of
is it still on the
can't afford
top?
it, or
Yeah, it is.
don't
It's
know
so
the statistic is why they're not insured. I would
no,
assume
no,
most people are
no.
paying for insurance.
That's so I can keep the bill template format.
Well, so don't you guys already have like
It's
a
a pain in the
national
ass to
healthcare plan?
remake it every
Isn't
time.
that what Medicare or Medicaid or
So you
whatever
make,
isn't that already a
like,
centralized healthcare
an
option?
insert,
Yeah, and I
you
think
know what I
it's
mean?
wild for the most
And
part, but it
then
doesn't
you
work.
can
It's
just
not
put
available
in
to everyone.
what you
Like,
want it to do later.
if you make over a certain amount, these are pitfalls. For example, I don't qualify for Medicaid. I make too much money, and then
Right.
well, then I switched to YouTube.
So
Now I
the
do kind of
the
qualify
front
for Medicaid,
page
so
is like
it's
a
going way, way up.
template, and then
It's
my
not something that everyone has
actual
access to. The poorest of the
template,
poorest
because
of
I
the people
changed this
are
one.
almost
Every time I do
definitely
this, I change it just a little bit because I'm a fucking psycho, I guess.
Medi-Cal for California. Like the poorest people are going to be insured, but the 27 million people
Looks
are not uninsured
like
because they don't have, or like they have access to Medicaid and they don't
this.
care. It's because they don't have access to the cheap healthcare and they don't know how to pay for it. Maybe some
A
portion of them
little.
are just uninformed and could figure it out through Medicaid, but it doesn't seem to be the case that that's why enough people are.
And also,
Right.
I don't know.
So you
for
put
sure the
inserts for
composition of
stuff?
this, but they're probably some of them
Because I don't want to
probably
fucking
don't
remake
care
it
'cause they're
again.
relatively
And
healthy
then
people, they just don't think it makes sense for them to buy health insurance. I don't know for sure.
And this
if
is
that's gonna be the
also one of my
majority of them or not,
templates.
but I would imagine a lot of them are like young men who
Right
aren't
here.
healthy and don't think they need health insurance.
so this is the
That's really
sections,
interesting
right?
definition now. This is
Yeah,
really
hold on,
striking.
just real quick. You can get around it.
Oh,
if you
fuck.
type O at the end of every word, if you just put O, it
Wait, is there like a
doesn't
legit?
count.
What is this? Is YouTube implementing a law or something that's like
I don't
English
know.
is
But you
banned?
can't speak
This is a troll
English.
wave.
You have to
You're being
speak
flash mobbed.
something foreign. And $20.
because of
And then I changed it. I updated it just a little bit more.
Tyler,
I didn't like how it was looking.
I mean, oh wait, never mind.
I know. Thank you for the $20. But yeah, that's all you have to do. Type O at the ever like El Faco, Spanish O, works so. Okay.
Jesus
So
Christ.
just FYI. This is impacting me financially again because
Everyone's saying no hablo inglés and ayúdame. This is like maybe Trump was right. Maybe we need to.
Oh shit, it changed. Coverage not affordable, not eligible for coverage. Do not need or want is 26% of the people between ages 18 and 64 who are not insured. So it's not the majority or anything. Most people can't afford or are ineligible. Signing up too difficult or confusing. Cannot find a plan that meets needs. Lost job.
Support all the immigrants. I don't know.
I
It's taken over.
I guess to
I would say for the Wick. There's no way. It was just. There's no way. It was an actual fucking thing.
I guess I'm
That was you guys are just fucking with them. There's no shot.
why
Listen, I have my own issues with YouTube chat. Okay, censoring messages, but there's no way it was just censoring all YouTube
at least some form of social
messages or all English messages.
be a viable solution. Why is it evil? I guess.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the big point of contention. As I said, do you guys think? that
Oh,
these
say
things
it.
that
Made.
Venezuela was
Kill
doing
people.
On, do you think that was bad? I think I'm kind of
Yeah, it's a little absurd, but yeah, I think most of them were bad. Although, hey, I think we got some data out of some of them, or maybe I'm confusing it because there's the Japanese, what was it,
Oh, we did.
731, and it was like, hey,
Oh,
it turns
not
out if you
live.
fucking micro,
Profit maximizing.
nothing to do with whether or not we should have socialized
So-
healthcare. Because
So
a
why
private
I'm
company
saying
could do
that
the
this
same thing, right?
at the start of COVID,
Am I
our
live? How
Canadian
do you know you're
government
live?
commissioned a study. How much is a human worth?
There you go.
And
Okay.
the number they came back with was about
Where the fuck am
$60,000.
I?
That's how much it costs to keep someone alive.
Okay.
So once you start
He's
costing
saying that's how much it costs to keep someone alive. I don't know how to interpret that actually.
more than what you're valued, the government starts pushing people down that road.
So,
And so
okay,
that's
wait,
why
I see kind of what you're saying. You're
Which
saying
part?
if the government analyzes in a socialized system that you're costing the system more than it's worth. people
During
are
one of the other
saying
debates,
members of society, they will start
I'm gonna be
having
honest, I
socialized
kinda tuned
meals
out
or killing
some of them.
yourself with healthcare.
Especially
this is the end
Game
end
Boys.
product of the more socialized. Okay, if this is the case, why does this? First of all, does not exist in most countries. Who have
30-minute
had socialized
opening.
medicine for upwards of centuries. And
Who had a
even if
30-minute
it does
opening?
exist in those countries, what percentage of people are being pushed into this? Is it like dozens of people? Is it more than 1%? Or like I thought MAID was almost exclusively.
I mean, Soy Pill used the word push into it, but May does kill a decent amount of people in Canada.
for people with chronic illnesses who can't.
Which isn't just. I mean, that might be a good thing still, whatever. But like, it is not like it's a non-negligible like percentage of deaths in Canada.
Not maybe it would cost too much to operate on your appendix, so fucking why don't you kill yourself, buddy? Like, is that really what's happening in Canada? To what degree?
Yeah, so there were a couple of stories that had come out. It was a former Olympian, and she ended up meeting.
This is really cool how Soypel asked for like a number, for like a statistic about like how many people is this happening to, and then he said, well, there's been a couple of stories that came out. That's just really intellectual that we got going on here. Let's go.
A lift chair to go from the
issue we've made is it's the judicial origins. What do you mean by issue? Like I said, JJ Mercola jumps in eventually to talk about
de-escalation.
Obviously,
Yeah.
the reason they have made is because it was the Supreme Court ruling in Canada, or whatever.
I don't really know what
You
that
know,
prompt was
it
about.
arises out of
Xrox.
the
I
context of
don't know how
government
anyone
save
could
money, but just
honestly believe that
in
the
context of,
citizen
like there's some clause in the Canadian
doesn't
Constitution
have
about
state
having, like,
sponsorship
to
to
life
commit
that they also
violence
interpret it as
should
getting, like, a right
ultimately
to
be the
control,
responsibility,
when you die.
or like
And
the
it's hard to put restrictions
de-escalatory
on it because it's a legal
um,
right you have.
floor up to the second floor.
foundation should be like
Before we
on the
recognize
citizen. That
bad
doesn't make any
provisions.
fucking
Okay,
sense.
okay.
Like it's just
No,
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck that was supposed to mean.
How much is non-fund shrimp welfare worth? A study by the Mandami Commission in the Islamic Socialist Caliphate in New York City.
I didn't get like this by walking stairs.
Incredible.
What? So the government said, no, we're not going to fund your lift or your mobility chair to go upstairs. How about we kill you instead?
Game Boy
And
was
there are
okay.
many stories like that. We've had
definition dancing with
like, veterans that have done
vigilante
that,
for a
and
long
it
time.
became a big story here. That
thought he was a little annoyed.
instead of them actually seeking the assistance that they needed, they were just told, well, how about you kill yourself instead?
So okay, obviously this is bad. The reason I asked the forefront was I'm not denying the claim that this has happened before.
Almost
but
as annoyed as
there are
Alonzo.
maybe dozens of stories. That's why I said dozens. What percentage of people is this happening? Is it becoming more common? Yeah, obviously. I think you're going to get more cases of this if made.
I guess
That's
I'm
not
just
even-
insufferable though.
Became a
So-
story here
I
that
tend to piss a lot of people off. I guess.
He has more to prove there. Even in this example,
You just stop being an asshole.
instead of
he's
working
kind
on
of
it.
framing it in this way, but it kind of isn't. The thing that would matter is if
It's
they are
just-
offering the maid as like a substitute.
really
for the
weird
mobility,
when-
lift or whatever. It could be the
Somehow, like, I got called stupid for saying that ICE officers can detain you if you're committing a felony, which is just fucking obvious. I don't get it.
people mention that they made as an option for them, right? Like maybe there was another veteran a year earlier before they did made that wasn't told to go.
Probably just Tyler, though.
But was told we still don't cover your mobility lift. You have to prove that they're pressuring.
I think I was annoyed because Tyler.
Instead
I don't know.
Care,
I feel like
a substitute.
he's argued against
But
me
he
before.
kind
I
of
went into
framed it in
someone's
that way,
stream.
but he didn't make it that explicit.
them actually seeking
I'm curious what Jay just says. He basically just says, in the context of made coming from like a judicial.
Okay. Holy fuck, bro. Did you make a mistake, Rob? Should I like focus on that for 5 minutes? And instead of just like be a real person? I was blown away, bro. They're like, no, they can't. They can't do that. And I'm like, okay. I was like, that's when I was like, gave that one, single fucking question to Tyler. I was like, are you really making the claim that you can commit a felony in front of ICE and they won't detain you? Are you fucking serious? I mean, no illegal immigration, necessary. No weird, felony provision that you think is necessary. I was like, what? You're full of shit, dude.
Nor the courts. True.
live killer in Canada.
The fifth most deaths in Canada is from MAID.
Yeah.
I am so incredulous
And
of this.
so-
Wick, can we fact check? I'm not saying I don't
can
believe
fact
like
check
that. Like I'm sure you've seen this before, but that sounds insane to me. I
I don't know if it's that
There's
high.
still
I guess
so much more. The fucking edit, bro. Like,
fact check, but it is like a non-negligible amount of.
oh my lord, there's so much funny shit with that Rob debate, bro. Like, I the more I watch it, the more I'm just like, holy fuck, dude.
Deaths
Like,
or whatever, but like.
there's no way that was
again,
good
the
for
thing
him.
They claimed that they weren't going to cover the mobility scooter or mobility lift or whatever.
Like, check out some of these fucking things, dude. I have so many, bro. State privilege
there-
power.
Is there people against abortion?
Engage.
Are there people against
Engage.
abortion that aren't? Are there people against abortion?
State privilege
there-
power.
Is there people against abortion?
Engage.
Are there people against
Engage.
abortion that aren't? Are there people against abortion that aren't Christians?
Sure.
Okay, so therefore, someone voting against abortion isn't necessarily doing Christian nationalism, correct?
What program or identity framework, okay, of Christianity here at least? We're talking about Christianity, right?
I'm asking you, if a person's voting against abortion, does that mean that it's Christian nationalism necessarily?
It would have to be Christianity preferred.
So if it's a Christian that says my morality comes through
My
religion,
preferred identity needs to be state privileged.
wait, but your preferred identity is the same preferred identity to everyone that votes, right?
No, it's not.
Name me a person that votes that isn't voting for their
Are
morality.
you the
as their
same as a
preferred
Catholic?
morality. What's that?
Are you the same as a Catholic? Do you vote the same? Yes or no?
That's not the question I'm
Well, it kind
asking.
of is, bro. They don't all vote the same. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys realize this, but during this debate at this point in time, he was trying to do something specific, right? He was trying to weaken my definition of Christian nationalism, okay? And he was somewhat weakening it in one regard, but it's only because I didn't want to continue with a scenario. I feel like it would just wasted more time, but he wanted to say, okay, so my definition of Christian nationalism, okay, has three qualities to it, okay? It is going to have to be a policy or a framework, right? Put that on there. And then after this, okay, that prefers, okay, policy or framework that prefers or does some sort of preference, okay? A Christian or a national Christian identity is probably a better way to put it. A national Christian identity. So we have two of them so far, right? So a certain identity of Christianity, Catholic, Protestant, Reformist, this dick sucker. Okay. And then the last part's really important. Okay. And Rob really did not want to engage with that. Thank you. How are you doing, by the way? It's been okay. I took a test for a new job. It was like a little exam thing I had to do. So I think I did pretty well. So we'll see. Hopefully that goes well. So policy or framework. You're welcome. Policy or framework that prefers a national Christian identity. Okay. And this part is that seeks, okay? That seeks to use, and that means as in order to get this done, they want the state to do it, right? Seeks to use state privilege, right? Now, oh my god, I can't spell privilege. Privilege. Holy fuck. Am I stupid? I think I still spelled it wrong. So seeks to use state privilege, okay, to enact or to favor, okay, to favor Christian symbolism, all right, doctrine, identity, in law and policy, okay? So very specific definition. Rob knows that. So again, policy framework that prefers a national Christian identity, so favors a national Christian identity that seeks to use state privilege to favor Christian symbols, doctrine, identity, and law and policy, right? Pretty straightforward. So what Rob was trying to do was show that if a Christian uses their Christian morality to vote on anything, then they are technically advancing their preferred national identity, is what he was trying to say. And therefore, my definition sucks because everyone is included. And his idea of how to do this was show that an abortion law. So Rob was desperately trying to say that when the we had two different positions here. It was made up though, so hypothetical. Just keep that in mind. We had a Catholic, and then we had a Protestant. Okay, and the Catholic was they wanted to vote no in this hypothetical that we made. Okay, or I made, but he just went along with it. So Protestants wanted to enact abortion ban. Okay. And the Catholics here were rejecting that. So they were voting no. And Rob was essentially saying that when the Catholic uses his Christian morality to vote no, he's using the state, I guess, to reject the Protestant Christian nationalism, right? Now, if you think about it for like 1 second, it sounds like it works. But then if you think about it for longer than 1 second, you realize that there's no favoring happening here. And simply rejecting someone else's use of state power, as in like the Protestants here want to use the state to do something. And the Catholics in this case are saying no to that. They're not using the state or seeking to use the state to enact Christian doctrine in law and policy. But you can't just isolate each part of my definition alone, right? That would be retarded. So what I could have told Rob is this, okay? We could have broken this up into two scenarios. We could have had one where the abortion law went into effect and one where the abortion law was successfully rejected, okay? So two scenarios. We have scenario one, abortion law goes into effect. That means no abortions for everyone. No more abortions at all. Catholics cannot get an abortion if they want to. Protestants cannot get an abortion if they want to. So we have no and no for the Catholic and the Protestant, okay? I'm making it really simple because as soon as I say the second scenario, you'll understand what I'm doing. So right now we have Catholics cannot get the abortion, right? No and no. In the second scenario, okay, scenario number 2, we have Catholics can get the abortion, right? And then Protestants can get the abortion. But here's the major thing that Rob was not understanding that I didn't want to spend time telling him. Is the state forcing you to get an abortion? When the Catholic votes against the abortion ban, it's not like the state is now mandating abortions. So here's the real kicker to my definition. The Protestant can still deny abortions. The Protestant doesn't have to get an abortion. So the Catholics right now can maintain whether they want to get an abortion or not, right? So they have a choice. And then the Protestants also still have a choice. So they could just simply not get abortions if they don't want to. So we have essentially a choice for both, but there's no state choice involved. So no state privilege involved. So why does this completely fuck his argument? Well, because in the second scenario, Protestants are still able to get able to deny abortions if they want to. So Rob and everyone else who agrees with him can simply just not get abortions. Catholics, though, they can get abortions if they want, or other Christians who disagree. So there is no favoring happening here. There is no state favoritism for the Catholic. There is none for the Protestant either, because they can still just simply not get abortions. But in the scenario above, is that true? The answer is no. Because now, no one can get abortions. Protestants have enacted a ban using the state now to make Catholics not be able to have abortions. So ultimately, the Catholics now have to do what the Protestants want. In scenario 2, simply rejecting the Protestants' want to use the state ended up with no state favoritism. I mean, I didn't really want to sit there and explain that to him, but nonetheless, Beardy Boy probably would have found some other way to manipulate what I was trying to say or what I just said there. And I don't know. I don't really. One of the reasons I didn't bring it up is because there's a lot of extra stuff now, and he might just like simply try and attack each of those things. But yeah, one.
The one that you're
Yeah,
now
the first one.
advocating.
Got it. I got it. The first one. Okay. A political program
so you changed-
identity. The first one. A political program identity framework that treats Christianity as a preferred national identity and seeks to use state power to privilege Christian symbols, doctrines, or institutions in law and policy.
Okay, if a Christian says, my religion tells me abortion's evil, so I want to vote against it, are they promoting a national Christian framework, et cetera, et cetera?
The preferred national identity of Christianity, yes.
Yes. Okay. There
And they
you go.
want to use
So
state
any-
power to make state religion
Right.
privilege it.
Yes, if you are a Christian and want to vote, you're a Christian nationalist.
No,
yes.
you're not. You cannot make them inseparable like that. I'm sorry.
How? Name
Because
me the policy.
you've already agreed to this, Rob. I mean, this simple example shows it as well. Simply voting with Christian morality informing you does not make you a Christian nationalist in my definition here. Because a Catholic who votes no is using their own Christian morality, and they're not advancing the state in whatsoever, or are seeking privilege on behalf of the state. So, sorry, Rob.
All right? If the person, you say the person that says, I'm informed by my Christianity, that's where my
Right.
morality comes from as a Catholic. And it tells me that it's immoral.
You're going to hear him say it again in 4K. It's going to be great. 4K, dude. Here we go.
All right? If the person, you say the person that says, I'm informed by my Christianity, that's where my morality comes from as a Catholic. And it tells me that it's immoral to allow abortion, so I'm voting against
And you
it.
reject
You
state
say-
privilege.
You say that's Christian
And you
nationalism.
reject
If
state
the state
privilege. If you
if the
reject state
if I-
privilege, it's not
let
Christian
me- let
nationalism.
me
You're wrong.
finish.
You're putting words in my
Let me
mouth.
finish. If
Putting
the
words in my
person
mouth.
votes to, if the person votes to say no,
You're wrong.
we're
It's
going
not
to
true.
allow abortion. Let me finish. If the
Dude,
person
you're just
votes
wrong.
To say, you tell me when you're done.
Okay, then how about you understand my definition again? If you use the state to get privilege, okay, then you're a Christian nationalist. If you reject that, you're not a Christian nationalist. That is inherent to my definition.
Okay, so if you vote to allow abortion, that too is you voting based on your religion. You say,
But
as
you're
a
not. So I just explained what was happening in this last hour of Monse, and I so much time, bro. To enact that.
No, wait.
What do you mean? No.
Wait, you said that it's about advancing your symbols and shit like that. What
That's
was it?
the
Symbols?
state
What else?
privilege.
State privilege is.
So
Go
a
ahead, define it
doctrine
again.
Is abortion's part of a doctrine?
Says who?
Says who? What?
Do all Christians believe that?
Not all Christians have the same doctrine.
That's true. So then I could be advancing my Christian doctrine
Your
that's
doctrine.
against someone else's
Exactly.
Christian
And
doctrine.
a Catholic could reject
Right.
that.
So why wouldn't that also
A
be Christian
Catholic can
nationalism? If it's,
reject that.
I want you to listen to me.
A Catholic can reject it. And
Do
that's
all
not
Catholics-
Christian nationalism.
Do all Catholics have the same Christian doctrine?
No. It's about rejecting
Okay.
your privileged use of the state.
No. Why would that be? Why would a Catholic voting to allow abortion be them rejecting their privileged?
He always says that. A Catholic voting to allow abortion. Holy crap, bro. I was like, I've never heard of these abortion allowance bills. But again, nonetheless, the whole point here is that a Protestant who disagrees would still be able to just not get an abortion. Their rights in the state has not forced them to now have abortions, right? Like, that's the whole problem he's not understanding too.
Use of the state.
Because let's say there's going to be an abortion ban. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. What a fun debate. What a fun debate, dude.
And where this gets hidden, so this is all unofficial,
Bad recording.
right? And only thing that I could really
All right.
answer is I don't
be
know.
back.
But then that's
Let's
because
go, incredible!
we really know those numbers because they are obfuscated.
This
so-
guy
Letter.
doesn't have any data for his shit. Soyfield should be way meaner with that. And now maybe Soyfield's being meaner because Soyfield himself does not, like, he didn't prepare any data for this either. But, like, this guy is just being retarded.
It's just that number 5, maybe it is, and I agree that
Even with points that I don't totally disagree with him on, he just does a horrible job of defending them because he just doesn't have any, like, data to back any of it up.
I think
I don't look at the stats, therefore the stats are bad. This is true.
we agree on the if someone they know that they're not like their ticket's punched, they're just waiting for the train to get here.
Yeah.
Like they're not making it out of it. And yeah, as someone that watched like my mother die from Lou Gehrig's disease or my grandmother died from Lou Gehrig's disease, I wish she had that option rather than pumping her full of morphine and shutting the machines off and watching her choke to death. I would much rather that she was able to die at least with her faculties. Well, that's the
Okay.
thing actually with Lou Gehrig's. Your brain still works, but your body shuts down.
He's not
So,
totally
I
into
understand that's what
euthanasia.
he's
There's that. I'm actually surprised by that.
Because I'm really sorry this happened to you, but what you described, isn't that better? Like, I thought getting hopped up on morphine is good. If I'm not, like, am I crazy? I'm totally uninformed about this. I would assume a slow, like, CO2 pumped into a thing, so you just kind of like slowly like go to sleep, wouldn't be as good as being pumped full of like the drug that people steal to get high, right? Am I crazy, or like am I just completely uninformed about
I've
this?
never
Probably
had that
you,
happen,
Lou
so I don't know.
Gehrig.
I do have a question for you, Soyfield, on the
Okay,
name.
moving on. All right.
Right. Well, I just
I'm
want
sorry.
how you want
It's-
to answer. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
no, I was
Motherfucking
asking
muffin.
because he said like that was horrible. And don't get me wrong, like losing a loved one like that is horrible. And I'm trying not to be insensitive about this, but like getting pumped full of morphine and then turning the machine off, is that not like it's supposed to be like we've given you kind of like a like a big.
Did he admit? Did I misunderstand him? It's I thought he said that he wished his mother had the option of MAID or whatever rather than dying slowly, and morphine was just used as like a painkiller. Enough morphine will kill you, but like morphine is just used as like a painkiller, right? And they make sure you can't get too much, but while you're in hospice care, because that will kill you.
high, so you go to sleep in like the drug OD kind of thing, or am I crazy?
In fact, I don't know what they use for MAID, but like
Morphine's pretty common for an
my
anesthetic.
understanding, my immense
analgesic,
medical
whatever.
knowledge from in a party drug, exactly. My immense medical understanding from watching the show House MD, I thought morphine was literally used in some euthanasias, but we're
Right. No, and I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not looking at it as insensitive or as being insensitive, because it was finally after she, her body just stopped working, her muscles were at atrophy to the point that it just didn't work. Then after finally, like I believe it was actually like my dad or my aunt had to beg the nurses, what can we do to stop her?
it can not advised. Okay, the euthanasia hate morphine.
Here it is.
I think it looks like it probably differs by person. Midazolam, is that how you pronounce it? Propofol, and Roconium. So not morphine.
Suffering, because this
Okay.
is terrible to see.
Understood. Right.
What the fuck? I think it differ. I think it seems like it differs by person. They use Valium. That's fucked. I don't know what I didn't read them using Valium. That site didn't say they did. But it's the same thing with like lethal injections, right? They like use a drug to like just like put you to sleep, and then they use another drug to like paralyze you that like stops your heart and breathing and shit.
Right. So,
Yeah,
she was in a lot of pain at the end, and this was like the kind of the Hail Mary kind of. I understand now. Sorry, and I wasn't
Yeah,
smiling
yeah.
at your story again. So now people are posting
That's-
Chinese and JJ McCullough, who famous Canadian YouTuber, is now throwing some weird crap in there. It's really distracting and
It is.
totally
I
whiplashing me
apologize,
from
gang.
the sorrow of your. Sorry, I apologize for that. But
It's just amazing how bad YouTube is right now. I don't know why, but it's back or something. Like this for Intes de obtener más contenido.
this one, more money.
Assistance in death.
Mhm.
I understand that there are reports.
You guys ever heard of Xanax stories?
People who have been offered MAID or given MAID that for like having
Oh my
seasonal
God.
depression, diabetes, and you say that these are one-offs, these are outliers, these are not a reason to.
I'm not. Well, let
attack
me
the system
be clear.
itself.
I'm not saying these are one-offs. I'm saying it seems to be they're one-offs, and that's why I asked if you could show me that this was like a good chunk of the cases. That would be an argument against MAID, because just this existing is going to cause enough, unnecessary death, that I would not support it. In the same way, the amount of unnecessary death and unjust death from the death penalty causes me to not support it, even though in principle I support the cause of some people just deserve to die, I think, in certain cases. However, it does not seem to be the case that we
Whoa.
can legislate this in such a way that
Evil.
does not cause innocent people
Yep.
to die in a way that I'm okay with. I would not be okay with it, even though, like
I mean,
Tyler
again,
said, he might have wanted made for his grandmother.
he
but
just
it's not
wanted-
something
he
that
wanted
seems
to,
as a
like,
good incentive. And it shows me
condense
that a
every
good chunk of these
single
people should not be
Christian
getting made,
into,
but that's
like,
yeah,
a
that's
single
fine. But that's
Soy pill L.
monolithic
true.
Christian,
The only way
right?
it ties back
It's
to
just
socialized healthcare is if,
like,
Tyler
Rob,
said,
stop.
The reason they're doing it is because we have socialized healthcare,
You
and
know what I
public
mean?
healthcare is like a costly thing and it's zero sum, and so they're pushing more
Dude.
people to save money, right? And so I
Is this
would have
one of
to
them?
extend
One of them's
like,
famous,
studying
bro.
all of these numbers, and it's like, yep, turns out people are just like pushing people into suicide because they don't want to pay for them. And even then, even if that was true, it would still have to be worse than just people not getting healthcare because it's too expensive in America, right? So like, as bad as that would be,
I remember one like
than what we have.
7 years ago, I want to say, bro, that was just fucking best Xanax stories, dude.
If it was only like 5% of the people who got made, so 5%, that they didn't actually need made
Dude.
because of financial incentives, the doctors offered it to them and kind of led them down that primrose path.
I'd say that'd be
if
too
you
many. 5% probably too
That'd
many.
be too
Yeah, for MAID, I would say it would have to be like I don't remember what the death penalty numbers are. It's been a while since I did the research. But the death penalty was like a really good chunk. It was maybe it was like 1/8 or something, where like proven innocent afterwards, or while they're on death row. I'd have to go look it up. But if we're getting like a couple edge cases here and there, where it's like a few dozen of the like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, like far less than 1% are accidentally pushed into this, I'd be like, yeah, this isn't good. One death is too many, but ultimately this helps so many people from suffering that I think we should work out the kinks and have a better system and fix it rather than get rid of it altogether. But if it was a good chunk, if it was like more than 1-2%, and it's like, hey, we're just like telling people who are sad to kill themselves, which is like,
Are they ever going to discuss? Soy pill touching this a few times, but they didn't go deep into it. How much? Either A, how many people are actually going to be like saved by universal healthcare or whatever. Not that I don't think this guy will have the knowledge on that issue. Didn't Soy pill say a number that was quite? He said like 200,000 or something, right? Oh no, that was the number they cited for the people waiting, that Wick cited for the people like who die waiting in the ER or whatever. It's not really what you.
If you remember the debate, X-Rocks, remember when I was like, but you would be okay with it happening, wouldn't you? And he's like, I'm not going to answer that. He like deflected. He didn't say I'm not going to answer it, but he did not want to answer it, right? And I'm like, I mean, it does kind of matter, Rob. You don't just get to do the fucking absolute bitch move of being like, I don't want to do it, but like, it wouldn't bother me if it happened. Like, that's some bitch shit, dude. Like, absolute palm bitchery.
Longer than we've had in Canada. And
The whatever podcast. What is happening here?
500,000. Okay, I'll get to that in a moment. What about you?
With living in New York, I tried to pick a number that was a little bit lower than mine, so I said 8.
Okay, all right. What about you?
I think I put 100K in there.
You did right, 100K.
Yeah.
You said you think it's realistic to want a husband that can provide. Okay, it is above
Oh, there it is.
the average income, though. Okay. And then what did you write?
I think I said 60K.
All right. 100K is not too crazy, and yes, it is true. If you do want to take on the role of staying at home, be a stay-at-home
Where'd he
wife.
go? Where'd he go? Oh.
Yeah, because he will be at least 3 years something elder than me.
That's a scroll or
so when
something?
I will be his age, my salary might be. So something.
Where did my thingy go?
But it's negotiable. Like it all
boy.
depends on what
Oh,
he
boy.
is. If he's
Shit.
completely in love with me.
You gotta make half a
respect.
million.
Oh, I do kinda see it.
year. You gotta
Where'd it
make-
go?
You gotta make
Trying to
half
click
a
it, bro.
million year to.
You
oh,
said you were in
man.
your 40s, right?
47,
You're 47?
and you have kids, right?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
He's 47?
Do
Doesn't
you
even look
think
that
a man
bad.
makes
47. Good job, bro.
500K is going to want a 47-year-old single mom?
I
and
mean,
not- I
that's
mean-
why I'm not even looking for
Well,
marriage.
Somebody who makes 500K is going to go for like
So like I
Unless you did, you have to go into like the 60s, 70s, 80s.
actually like my
Yeah.
colleagues in my office. That's the reference, like in software companies.
That's some
But they're
Connecticut
not-
money.
but they're not dating you, right?
And like somebody
Spoiler. Making that much money is pretty hard to do, and there's not that many of them. And even if they did make that much money, that doesn't mean that you're going to stay together.
And the men were making 500K. What makes them want a 47-year-old woman?
Mhm.
single mom. 25, 30.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It depends. If I was making 500K and I had a kid and I was divorced, I'd probably be like, I don't know. I can't make this. I feel like I'm pretty loyal, dude. So it depends. But like, I don't think I'd want a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old trying to watch my kid. Being honest with you, like a 47-year-old woman who's still fine or cool seems a whole lot better than trusting a fucking 25-year-old, doll with my kid.
Of your coworkers who are not single,
I don't
of the men
know.
you know in software that are making that 500K,
There's no one. I'm sorry. Shut up.
are dating or married to women in their 20s or
No, they're not. In software? Have you met these dudes? They're jerking each other off and spending all their money on OnlyFans. What the fuck are we talking about?
40s, right?
I mean, my personal experience, a lot of colleagues
But you're not married.
did ask me.
Okay, but you're not with them, right?
fair
No.
enough.
Okay, so
Because I don't want to marry again.
I feel like say the man was like 55, would that, and he does make 500K,
See,
would that be more
he's
like,
probably gonna go for somebody that's in
See, I
mid
wanted
30s.
What matters is how he makes his 500K. Because if he makes 500K salary, he actually only makes like 200 and something K. But if he's like a finance bro who day trades all day or something, those insufferable fucking people. The dudes who are, as soon as you meet them, are going to be like, we need to go back to the gold standard because I'm fucking retarded. That guy's making more than 500K when he's day trading.
Don't think you're in a position where you can
That's
negotiate.
why I'm not looking.
Well,
I
personally,
already done marrying, so I
I love it when really annoying women decide to, beauty gate people.
which is completely opposite to like what
Again, a 20-year-old's not going to be able to negotiate that well to take care of my kid if I was like, wanted someone to take care of my kid. That's all I'm saying.
Would have gotten that
30
right?
years ago.
30 years ago, you're not going to get that. now.
Because what you were saying about
No,
men who
I
are
was getting the
55.
proposals. I rejected them because I said,
Yeah, 30
"Father,
years
maybe-"
ago.
So
yes.
what you were
Not
saying about
now.
men, like what if they're like 55?
looking.
Now, I'm only speaking for New York, which is different than everywhere else. Men at 55, I'm telling you right now, I've gone on a few dates.
Hold it in, Nick. Hold it in. Hold it in. Do not do it. Nope. Don't say it.
Might settle down. Like they're still trying to like start having
Don't do
kids,
it.
start having a family
I
at
think
like
we're at a
55, 60.
point where you may
Yeah.
have to settle for a man that's retired. 500K is a big ask for, and I'm sorry, but like for someone your age and with a child, it is a big ask from a man to be like, yeah, sure,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
it's my ask, and I do not want to marry, So that's why I'm not even looking.
I think maybe a bus driver might be an option.
I would want to ask this woman, why 500K? What's that number mean of significance? Is that enough to do like a few trips throughout the year, or what exactly is the 500K number? Did you just make it up? You have no idea how much 500K goes? Because it does depend on where you live. I mean,
One man for my
But
whole
now
life.
you're saying now. We're not talking about 20 years ago. We're talking about now. And I'm telling you now, when you get to 65, 75, ma'am, you do not want to do it alone. You want to have somebody there with you.
Yeah.
I promise. It broke my heart to see the people.
I mean, maybe she'll be fucking probably more likely to be doing that than you.
All the
Told myself not to do it.
astrologers to my dad told that marriage will not be successful. It's very, very dangerous
Do
for
you believe
me.
in God or do you believe in astrology?
Both, because they are related.
Well, no, they're
No,
not.
they're
What's my
not.
sign?
I don't know. It's time of
Shouldn't-
birth, date
No,
of
but
birth,
what's
place
the
of
vibe?
birth.
Dude,
Like, what's the vibe? What sign? do you-
holy dead ends.
No, it's.
What is wrong with this girl's hair?
Cancer? Am I?
It looks
getting Cancer
like it's been
vibes?
murdered.
Capricorn vibes.
It
No.
freeze frames when she moves it.
Astrology is very complicated.
Holy fuck,
than
bro.
Zodiac sign and just
Someone needs to teach
look at
this
it.
girl how
I'm
to take
gonna
care of
tell
her
you
hair.
that I was a
Like
That's
all
insane.
planet situation and
Look at that shit.
planet situation, so it's very complicated.
But if I were to tell you that I'm a Cancer, knowing what you know about Cancers, would you be like, I see that, Brian?
No,
Call you a
if
fucking
if
moron,
You
that's
just say
what I call
Cancer,
you.
then you're dividing the whole world in 12 people, right? Zodiac sign, but it's way more deeper
Are you
than
like
just
Jupiter,
You mean like rising moon zodiac sign?
Cancer, Jupiter rising, fucking moon?
And like
shattering
both of the marriage, I do not want to go
Alright.
away with that. It's just like it's the threat.
Astrology is pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even a pseudo. It's just BS.
It is definitely a pseudoscience.
Hands proved, like for me.
No, she made a very valid point though.
Yeah.
How do you figure God and astrology go hand in hand?
They don't. Yeah, that I was just in a.
They're kind of like irrelevant to each other. What if God created astrology? Boom, bitch. What the fuck was that question? There's no anti-astrology text in the fucking Bible. Are you fucking stupid? What, Moses missed the astrology tablet or what, bro? What are we talking about?
Also the question. Okay.
If Pluto is not a
Where
planet
does
anymore,
God
he's
fit into this? He fucking made it. That's how he fits, maybe. I don't know.
Even we worship sun every
It's
day
bullshit, but like, come on, use your
because
brain.
that's a living proof that we have God.
Wow.
So.
Well, that's
What is living proof? Life that we have God? I don't think she knows how this works.
just reiterating theosophy at that point, but like it has nothing to do with God. There's one God. It's not.
And God is everywhere.
Okay, if you read philosophy, you'd realize that you can't answer that question. Maybe you should start doing some of that.
You have a husband or a boyfriend or whatever, give you a guy who makes 500K. I mean, it's not only pseudoscience, it's just
What if she
delusional
prayed
on
every day?
a whole other level. Like,
What if she is
more like she
a
built
Gemini?
herself to be so
Because
successful.
there is something
So
spooky
that's
about
what her
Gemini.
goal is and then what she wants.
Yeah,
That shit's crazy.
She has
bro.
the right to
It's
feel
like, I
that
mean, you can
way.
believe in what you believe
Yeah.
in, but that's not God, though. That's
No.
God's is
God-
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
believe
Right.
in.
It has-
Oh man, someone please tell this girl where Adonai or the monotheistic, which wasn't monotheistic in the Old Testament, in some passages, which became monotheistic, where Adonai came from. She might be interested to know that Israel was the promised state to the storm god of Adonai. And he won a regional war, like a geopolitical ethnic war before the god that she just talked about was around. But whatever.
It's got to be a harem, and they have to be.
Learning about Adonai takes a lot of books. She hasn't had time for that. She's got to burn her hair.
hoping.
She's got to make her hair look like it's fucking seen all of the ghosts, okay?
I mean,
Getting dogpiled.
yeah, and again, it's like follow your heart. But I'm telling you now, this isn't just like a some people thing. In the end, you want somebody there.
I know, but I gave
Dude, get him to watch Redo of Healer.
trust.
You shouldn't give up. Like, it's.
I needed to save my daughter. I needed to save my daughter from both my husband. And it was very scary.
But we're not talking.
Why are we just like triangulating right now? Woman,
The person you are,
why are we airing this out right now? What are we doing?
you are also informs the person your daughter becomes, and she's still young. So what if she sees you going, I don't.
Wrong. Your daughter's gonna become someone else. The fuck? You think she's gonna become her?
That's before. Who cares about that? No one, like, you say you're over it. You say you had to go through that. That's fine. But what are you planning to do for your future at this point? Because you're going to end
I
up
want to
going like
help
she
as
said.
many as women as I can.
How are you going to help them when you can't?
I'm creating an artificial intelligence-based chatbot for women financial independence. I do a lot
But
of
that's
live
not helping
sessions.
women.
I do one-on-one.
That's not helping women. Helping women be financially independent is a detriment to society. It is
No, it's not even. It's financial independence doesn't mean that you have to divorce your husband or live.
Okay, now this fucking woman seriously understands how America likes to deal with old people. She gets it, dude. Fucking, you're old? Sorry, old folks home, all of your retirement's gone in like 2 years. That's how we treat our people here. You should probably go to Europe and just recognize that you don't need a lover. Sometimes you just need your family to care about you. But like she said, you are who if you're a kid, you're essentially your parents. So both of these people must have just sucked ass.
And on him financially and all of that, and you making women financially independent is how do we say it's not that. It's not one flesh. You're telling women that you should make. Yeah, I don't need
it's
a
very
man.
feminist.
And that's what you're doing.
You're
is,
definitely a
I don't
feminist.
need a man. I don't need.
Very
That
feminist.
doesn't translate into I don't need a man. It's just that you should be just aware of finances. You should know how to invest, how to save.
Dude.
My mom was a housemaker. She used to
That's
save
great.
secretly.
It's weird
whenever my
that you
father
chose
was in
500K as if that's like
He-
some
she
magical
used to
number
help
that
her with
allows all that to happen.
Emergency fund.
So you're saying that women should hide money from their husbands.
Yeah, you just said earlier that it's all about
way.
honesty. You said always be honest, always be upfront, and
I'm
now
not
you're saying it was
she
good
is
that
the
she
perfect
lied
woman.
and
I said
deceived.
she did that. I mean, like it's
So
it's-
are you saying that women that don't work don't know anything about finances? They don't know
that's
how
why
to.
Look, you've got a man next to you who really likes to shit on women. Why isn't he coming and going, that's right, that's correct? He would do it if it was some other girl saying it to him. What's going on?
helping women one-on-one who comes to me by looking at me. They discuss one-on-one. I want to create a chat bot. Like I can help a million women at a time.
Tell them to get
Ay,
married
ay, ay.
young. Tell them to get married young. That's what you should be telling them.
Oh yeah.
So they don't get an education and they get trapped with one dude financially, who then maybe possibly could end up beating her or raping her. And then what? She's, good thing I got married young. Now I have no way to leave this. That's a great fucking idea, woman. You are awesome. I love this. Get married young. That way you can somehow not be able to avoid anything of what I just said. That's awesome.
150 grand, and he
Because
said,
nothing
"I
says
need you to
trapped.
stop working
Quite like
if
literally
you're
not
done."
making any
I
money
wouldn't
at all
go,
and
I
having
would
no
go, "I need
education
to
and
be
literally no
financially
social skills.
independent."
Also,
Like a
AI
16-year-old who gets
is
fucked by a
AI
25-year-old
has a lot
and gets married that young. Nothing says free like that, dude.
an AI chat bot to talk to people
You are
about
out of
their
your mind,
finances
bro.
That's taking that opportunity away from an actual person, and that's putting these resources into, again, teaching a lesson that doesn't need to
Yeah,
be taught
you know what
for
they
many
did?
people.
They just, like,
And if that
poisoned their
lesson does need
husbands.
to be taught, shouldn't a human being have
They just,
that
like,
job
killed
and
them,
that-
okay?
and that can support
When it
them?
got too bad.
Isn't that giving? Aren't you taking financial independence away from the humans that are doing that job right now by creating a bot that can do it for 10,000 people instead of
No,
5,000 people having
because
an actual job? that they can
Technology
make money
shifts
off of it?
job markets, so
I'm
that's not
talking
exactly how it
about
works, lady.
my
Maybe you should
story.
fucking learn some
My
economics.
story is a lot of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like
With that logic, we should have never made the tractor because it puts so many of your kids that you want to have at a young age out of a job. You don't need 65 billies on the farm field anymore. Fuck. Or, you know, the textile machines that got rid of all the seamstresses, or the, you know, the fucking, the knitters, or what the fuck are they called? Do we complain about that? I don't see you knitting your own clothes, you fucking banshee. Like, what are we
Experiences
talking
too of
about?
men. But I can tell you that I'm not financially independent from my husband, even though I work. And my husband is one of the best people on this planet, I believe. And telling women, younger
believe.
women, that they should be financially independent because you had a bad experience with men is plain sabotage.
I mean it's
Weird way to flip that around. It's not like you can't be with a man if you're financially independent, right? It's more about the option, right? Because let's just play these two scenarios out. If let's just take her at her word. In her case, her marriage is good. Great. What if it's not though? What do you do? I don't know. That would suck, right? Now, if we take the other person now, who's financially independent, what if the marriage is good? Well, they stay together. Cool. Same outcome. What if the marriage is bad? Well, she can leave. Okay, different outcome. Both better.
I'm saying that.
But then,
I
then
can't.
you should be
It all
telling.
depends on what woman wants to ask the app. It has job option, career option, education option.
Women should not
if
have
she's
career.
what she should do as a first step. A lot of women doesn't know.
I don't think
Chat GPT. How do I make 500K a year? What do I do? Where do I apply?
actually an AI life coach.
Yeah, you can. can say, but it all depends, you know.
But
Big yikes.
Like I said, you're telling women that they shouldn't trust the men that they're with, that they should always have a backup plan, when in reality you should be telling women, choose the right man.
Well, but that's the thing. In her defense,
How do you do that at 16, girl? With no education, no social skills. How are you going to choose the right man? Why? Because he has big burly arms? Like, what the fuck am I listening to, dude? This is the... She's really going to figure that out, dude. She got all this life experience. Oh, wait, no. She got fucking knocked up at 16 by a 40-year-old. What the fuck are we talking about?
like in other cultures, or even within her case, she was in an arranged marriage. Not everyone has the ability to choose the right man. So I feel like it genuinely is a privilege to be able to be married to someone that loves you and want to provide for you and take care of you. And not everybody has that. And
I'm not taking that.
Within her, no, I'm just saying, like, I think within.
Would we say that, like, experience might help you find that? I don't know about you, but I didn't actually date that often, and when I did, I got burned. Okay, so I kind of became a slut, and now I'm with someone who I know that I can have a future with. Okay, because a lot of the experience. No, burned isn't like cheated on. It's not burned like STD. Jesus. More like I was invested heavily in them. Yeah, she cheated on me. So figured out what I didn't want, or at least she figured out what she didn't want in a particularly annoying way to me. But you know, a lot of that experience, especially not dating women, like I mean, I was still nice and respectful, obviously, and completely honest, right? But I would just, most of the time, I would tell women I don't want to date anyone, right? But it did give me a lot of experience to figure out what I did like and what I wanted to have when I dated someone, okay? Now, 16-year-old girl, you think she's going to be able to have any of that? Like, can we like take that question and throw it at that fucking woman's face across from us, or what?
Her perspective, it's more like she just wants to create an outing for a woman who doesn't have that choice.
There are outs. No matter what, there is an out.
No, it's not about not having the choice. It is, well, yeah, I guess she's talking about women who don't have the choice. Yeah, she's right. Sorry.
And like I was saying, like, well, yes, because you can call the cops. You can have them.
That's going to do well. 15 years into a marriage where you call the cops and then get, what, because you were beaten or something? But I guess when you walk out of it, you're still fucked because you have no social skills and you don't make any money. And now you have a broken divorce with literally no social skills and no money coming in and no education and nothing.
Removed from the home.
Yes, not in every country.
Call the cops.
Well, we're talking.
What do you mean not in every country?
America.
What the fuck kind of answer is that? Not in Zimbabwe. Not in Somalia right now. Thank you. Thank you. Shrine or shining fucking radiant enlightening beacon on the hill right now, dude. What about South Sudan? They can't just go.
I understand that you had,
but we weren't.
I don't think they were too worried about education either there, though. Okay.
Well, that
Just
she's
to be
in
fair.
India, that she was in India, and that's what happened to her. But she's telling Western women.
Here also, the same thing happened. He said that
So
he
you
hated my daughter because of her skin color.
Okay, but
and he threatened us a lot.
But because of your culture, they chose your husband, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so but you're telling
Yeah.
Western women based on your experience with.
I remember that. Was that when he was talking to that really, really talented fucking girl debater? What the fuck was her name? The one who hit him with the, oh, I must have missed that study about the. I know, I love them. They're fucking like the thin ones. Oh my god, they're so good. Yeah, where she was like, I must have missed that study. The one was happiness per smile, or happy the smiles per capita of happiness or something like that. It's so funny.
It's a global app. I didn't say it's just for US.
Okay, well,
It's a
But
global app.
domestic abuse also happens within America as well. And
okay, well,
It's a
but
global app.
domestic abuse also happens within America as well. And like I
Yes.
understand
And there's-
that like from an outsider point of view that it's like, oh, you could always call the cops. But I feel
Me? Proto-fascist. What are you talking about? I mean, nice to meet you. You're new here. I'd love for you to expand on that, please. You might be in for a surprise. Oh. Okay, now I'm surprised because I don't get the joke, and I feel like a proto-fascist independent. Assault.
like when you are within that situation, there's so much that goes within it. Like
What is she wearing? Yeah, just salt. Bro, I cannot with this group. These two girls. Someone teach them how to take care of hair. Okay? She has the gnarliest split ends I've ever seen in my entire life. What is happening?
there's just like you can feel like you want to call the cops or your child's life is in danger, for example. But like,
Can I ask you a question about that though? I agree that people can
This stupid fucking mannequin, bro. This is the dumbest podcast. What am I doing in my life?
be in really scary situations that they feel that they can't escape. Let me ask you specifically
So you should get married real young so you don't have an education and don't have any financial independence and have zero social skills. That way you can do the escaping or something, right?
this question. If they
No, vigilante, no. That shit, it looks like, you know, she's been hit with like a fucking electromagnetic storm. Okay.
they're in that terrible of a situation, do you think AI is going to help them?
no.
I don't know, maybe. I don't really know how you can make this claim. How can you make the claim that AI therapy probably wouldn't help a woman who's being beaten to death every day and can't fucking escape? The fuck? I don't know. Maybe it might.
Thank you.
But you didn't know the architecture of my
No, I pay attention to details a lot, okay? I'm kind of like that.
AI at all, you know?
but like,
Because I believe that human capital is more valuable than AI, no matter how good the architecture of the
Okay. What a weird, very dehumanizing way to say that. I believe in human capital. Like, we're supposed to squeeze them out like rags? What? Hey, this is the best flavor. Trust me.
AI is. The other
If I
day,
could send you these pretzels, you would understand.
I asked ChatGPT how old, this is like a week ago,
Hey, if I ask ChatGPT right now, how fucking stupid is this woman, and I give it the SRTs from this, and I like take the transcript and everything, it might give me, I think it would give me a correct answer, more correct than whatever she's about to say.
I said, how old was Joe Biden when he left office? And Chat
Why did you ChatGPT that? You could just Googled it. He was like, I don't even know. Why does it matter?
GPT told me he's still the president.
He is still technically a president. He's still called the president. Survey says. Shit. God damn it. Well, it's. I thought I was taking too long. So something like that. Survey says you're fucking wrong. ChatGPT says you're fucking wrong. Okay? I don't know what you asked it. It did take a long time to tell me, though. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I asked it the most simple question ever. I have it on extended thinking, but, you know, that should have been a slam dunk.
Like, yo, that's some weird wishful thinking, Chad.
I talk about economics a lot. I talk about Donald Trump being a danger to my country, the United States, because I think he's a fucking loser. And philosophy, religion. I studied econometrics when I was younger. Didn't finish my degree. And then I talk shit about everything and everyone because I think everyone's stupid, except me. I think I'm the most stupid. That's the horrible fucking duality to live in.
GPT. I'm going back to
Well, I think this woman takes that place, but
Rock.
Going back to what you were saying, there is a way out. Okay, I get it that it's hard. I know my mother had
polka dot woman over here.
that experience. Okay, I lived that life. As a child, I was in a very difficult situation. My mother had the option. There was people that went and got her. There was people that went and saw her, and
Wait, so now it's, I thought you said that earlier, this woman said that if you try to be financially dependent and then you're alone, you become a drain on society, she said. And it costs everyone else money. Now she's out here like, literally, don't worry, everyone else will get you when you get beaten to death by your husband. What the fuck?
all of that. And she could have called the cops. She didn't.
She should have. Why didn't she do that? I can only think of a few reasons why. Probably because she knows, you know, Stockholm syndrome, psychology, and then, oh wait, what's that? Not financially independent and can't leave. Oh.
And that was a choice she made.
If she had some independence, maybe she could have left.
And that's the point, though. You always have a choice to get out of your.
It seems like your mom didn't have a choice, you idiot. What the fuck?
Out of the situation. Will you sacrifice?
In America.
Seems like your mom sacrificed herself. That sucks.
Will you sacrifice? Yes, absolutely. You will probably sacrifice quite a bit, but there's never.
Seems like sacrificing yourself, like you're Jesus. Am I supposed to believe that she's a martyr now? I feel bad for her because you've thoroughly fucking misunderstood the problem.
Never a situation that you can't get out of.
Well, if you had some independence, maybe you could have gotten out of it.
My question: did your mother have the financial stability
Oh my. There you go. She's doing the thing. Do you think she could have left if she had some stability, independence?
to be able to get out of that situation?
No, but she had family.
But at the same time, a lot of people also feel like it's a burden to ask for.
Okay. One, that's a lot to put on your family. Two, isn't that just like disowning agency for your mom? Kind of fucking dumb. A little bit weird. Three, why would you be okay with that? He beats you, but don't worry, you have family. What?
Help from their
Then you're not in a bad
Yeah.
enough situation.
But
I like how she's now the arbiter of what's a bad situation as well.
the conversation of financial stability, and again,
It's definitely a bunch of brain rot.
and I'm not speaking for the entire world, I'm speaking of the United States, okay?
I don't even think she can do that. She can't even speak correctly with ChatGPT.
Any sort of financial situation, there are sources to resolve that. And I'm not even
This woman also earlier was like, you don't want to be alone, to this woman. I'm shit you not. She was like, you don't want to be alone because that's a drain on society. And here she is now. Don't worry. If you are being horribly beaten and abused in a relationship, there is people out there. Society will help you. It's like, that's fucking retarded. What if she wants to do it herself? At least give her the option. Because the fact is reality sucks and society will often suck in these situations because no one wants to fucking deal with it.
talking about government sources. I'm not talking about handouts. I'm talking about church.
Churches are not government sources, you stupid bitch. What? They get money because they do a good job of actually being domestic shelters, but that's not a government source.
Churches, community, nonprofits.
How is community the next fucking part of this comma? This Oxford sentence. Yeah, we got government sources like churches, literally community. Huh?
Like these, there are so many of those from every angle
There are a lot of communities in this country. Yes, woman.
that if you put in a little bit of footwork, that
You might be able to cross them all. You might be giving Forrest Gump a run for his money, I guess, but
that financial, even when you were talking earlier about being pro-choice, that financial break,
what financial break? The one that doesn't exist for the 16-year-old who got pregnant and is now in a relationship with a beating fucking husband 10 years later? What is she going to do? Go to a church and then, realize she still doesn't have any money? They can't, help her forever. What they do, lady, is they help you in a very serious situation, but it's not like they can pay your rent.
gap can be filled by these programs. And I'm speaking as someone who, fortunately, thank God, I have an amazing job right now that I can provide for myself. But
Oh my God. Rules for thee, not for me. Like, what? So I have a good job. I'm financially independent. But you know what? I really think 16-year-olds should get pregnant so they can be stuck in, relationships where men can beat them and then they have nothing to do except run to a church and then there's a break. But I'm lucky to have a good job and have that choice. I really think women should not have it.
I have absolutely had points in my past. I grew up poor. And I'm not trying.
And it's better, right? When you have the choice there, right? Come on, you're almost there. Almost there. She's almost there.
Trying to be anecdotal. I know we're all kind of doing that right now. And I got out of it based on the decisions I made for myself and the
Masterclass in how to be the most unaware fucking bimbo on the planet. It's essentially, at this point, I might be putting words in her mouth, but I'm going to do it anyway. At this point, it's kind of like her looking at a 16-year-old who's going through the same path as her, and she probably is just going, look, I got out of it, and it sucked, but that means you need to go through it as well, because you might end up being independent at the end. So if I can do it, then that means that you should have to do it as well. Okay, bitch?
work that I put in and not selling myself short. So I can't speak.
You just gotta fucking work harder, right? I know your husband beats you, but make the right decisions for yourself.
For other countries, I've only been here in America, but here in America, there are resources to help you and save you and push you forward, even without leaning into shitty, badly run government ones.
Yes.
That's like all of them. Where do you think the nonprofits get the money from? Is she stupid? Churches, as she mentioned earlier, she said government sources, right? And then goes churches, communities. Who fucking knows? But funny enough, the churches, that run these shelters and do all this good work, they get money from the government. Is that bad government policy? Shitty government policy?
But also, like the thing within like Asian culture, for example, it's just even if you are no longer within Asia, it's still ingrained within you.
If you are no longer within Asia, how did this woman just somehow make me feel like I'm talking to someone who's Asian because I have no riz and I would fuck it up? But this girl is Asian. How did she do that? You're no longer with someone who is Asia.
Like to not ask for help. That's like the thing within like Asian culture, for example, it's just even if you are no longer within Asia, it's still ingrained within you like to not ask for help. That it's like a shameful
So
thing.
would an
Even,
AI
like,
change that?
a divorce is also like looked down upon within Asian culture.
Welcome to reality, girl. Divorce is looked down upon in any culture. It's not like a fucking, it's not like a nice star or like a star. It doesn't make you feel good when you get divorced. It's like a sign of failure, right?
But
For example,
we're
I'm
talking
working
culture too, right?
with other NGOs, and they are
It's called just regular society, not just Christian culture, no one wants to get divorced.
Feeding information to my AI. So I am working with
NGOs.
all other nonprofits here.
What the fuck is she saying?
No, but in the West, doesn't matter what culture you are, there is a way out. And if you're married and you're in that sort of situation, I
Tough it up, girl.
don't know how far I can go in this situation. The husband pays an alimony, right?
And if he's poor? Is that supposed to make it better when you get beaten? The husband pays you like chump change? Are you fucking kidding me? You know, you have to take care of the kid most of the time, right? That's the societal expectation there. That's why alimony generally goes that way. It ain't going to make it that much easier.
He's punished for that.
That's not always the case, girl. That is most definitely not always the case. You know, unfortunately, bad people can get away with doing bad things. There's no guarantee, woman.
He goes to jail. All of that.
Apparently, he didn't go to jail in your mom's case because she felt like she couldn't leave, and then she didn't press charges, probably. Weird how that works.
So there is always a way out. It's
Yep, but there's always a way out. So get pregnant at 16.
whether or not you want to take the accountability for it. And what I mean
My God, the irony.
by accountability is you chose the wrong man.
And I hear
Yes, again, a 16-year-old's going to do that, like, most of the time, especially when a 16-year-old is being courted by, like, a 40-year-old. And because they have no social skills, no life experience, and no education, and no financial independence, they're probably going to be taken advantage of. But earlier I did hear you say, you should get married young. You should have kids young. Okay, got it.
what you're saying about it being harder.
Yeah.
I hear that. I hear that because
Okay.
because you speak on Asian culture, there's also other cultures, including very traditional Christian cultures. Who, I mean, if you look at Catholics, like, divorce is a sin.
Okay. It's a sin in every Christian denomination, but I wonder if I bet she doesn't know this, but Catholics actually aren't that much lower than Protestants. It's like most of the data I know is like 26% to 30. Orthodox Christians are about 11 for the data that we have. It's not that great though, because there's like 5 of them and they all like Russia too much or something. So I wonder if she actually knows the data, because this doesn't make sense and it's stupid.
It is a sin, right? So,
It's a sin in every fucking Christian denomination.
but
Kind of. I mean, the Bible actually doesn't really talk about marriage. Paul talks about what you should not do outside of marriage, sex specifically, because Paul is weird. Paul literally hates sex. Why did he die, Paul? Or are you talking about Jesus? I mean, Jesus never talks about marriage. Marriage is actually kind of absent in the Bible. Okay? There's some vague references to what people like to think. If you look at it all fuzzy, if you squint your eyes, you can kind of look at some verses in Matthew and be like, look, that's clearly saying that, Jesus is saying that marriage is super important. But no, it's not. You couldn't indulge.
still, it's harder, but it's still a choice.
No one else cared. Paul, for some reason, bro, fucking hates sex. Everyone else don't give a fuck. All the synoptic gospels, they don't give a fuck. But Paul doesn't even like sex when you are married. He thinks you should only have sex whenever you are trying to have a kid. Everything outside of that is like wrong, immoral. He's weird. Okay?
It's all
He's like the original incel.
the choice is there. So if you see what she's saying, like, at least here, even if it's hard, the choice is still there.
Well, even
It's not though, because this girl has no social skills, no experience, no financial independence, no education. So the freedom to leave is not really there anymore, girl.
In Christianity, even way back when, what would happen is they like if there was a situation like that, the woman was removed or whatever, the man was ostracized from the.
The truth? Well, something else that's truth is the Bible doesn't say anything about homosexuality either. It doesn't even understand what homosexuality is, but that doesn't stop people from trying to say it does. And I don't know if you're religious or not, but the Bible only has one unforgivable sin, and that is blasphemy if you don't give yourself to Jesus Christ. I'm not religious, but so being gay is not going to stop you from going to heaven or make you go to hell. If you give yourself to Jesus Christ, then you've satisfied what the Bible wants. And every Christian should have to understand that. There is no gay unforgivable sin. We don't know what. We do know there's only one unforgivable sin. That's why it's called the only unforgivable sin.
From the community, that he was like thrown out of the church, nobody talked to him, and he still had to.
Well, taking the Christian worldview, it's not that we have to go to the gates and back, right? If we use the Christian worldview that wants to say that homosexuals are immoral and are going to go to hell, then I can use the Christian worldview to say it's wrong by using the Bible itself. Because the Bible does not say if you're gay, you're going to go to hell. It doesn't mention homosexual people. And the Bible is very clear on this. I don't think it isn't. Or I don't think it is. I just thought you might find it interesting. Like chastity?
Pay the woman. They were still married.
Celibacy? That I'm not sure of. You know, I don't like to talk about things I don't know. And I would not talk about that. I'm not going to claim that I know what happens, but I can claim that the Bible itself has specific qualifications to get into heaven, and it's only one. And even then, the Bible's pretty unclear on what heaven is. So.
Married, but they still had to. He had to pay a certain amount and stuff like that. I think there's a. I get that.
That is what the Bible says, yeah. I personally don't even know if it really matters, because the Bible's not really clear on what heaven and hell is. The New Testament has like 3 different kinds of it if you read passages certain ways. There's like annihilationism, there's eternal torment, and then there's universalism, right? I mean, you can read different variations of like Colossians, Corinthians, you can figure out universalism. I mean, the point is that don't really know if there is a hell that you're going to be able to, spend eternity in. The ideas of hell that we think of kind of came later. They're post-biblical.
It sucks. There's bad men in the world, and there's bad women in the world too. And at some point,
thank you. I love playing in mud. I've learned so much. Sometimes I wear pants, and sometimes it rains. And then on some other days, I say things that literally could have never left my mouth, and the world would have not changed at all. In fact, they might be so arbitrary, I could have kept my entire fucking mouth shut, and everything would have went on just like normal.
We both, like, as women, we have to take responsibility for that. I know that
Responsibility for your husband beating you?
you could, like,
Me too. I like to think I don't have an echo chamber. I'm pretty confident I don't.
let's say he abuses you. Yes, what he did was wrong.
He's literally about to be like, or she's literally about to be like, take accountability for your husband beating you. Are you fucking serious?
Wrong, but I chose that man.
Huh?
Like, as women, we certain amounts. There's bad men in the world, and there's bad women in the world too. And at some point, we both, like, as women, we have to take responsibility for that. I know that you could, like, let's say he abuses you. Yes, what he did was wrong, but I chose that man. And I should have chose better for me.
Would you say this to your own mother? Because I could have sworn that she said earlier her mom was beaten by her dad and police were called. And then she chose not to call the police. My bad. She's essentially just shitting on her own mother right now. Should your mom have chosen better? Why did she stay? What was the sacrifice for? For you to shit on her like this? What the fuck?
Is what I'm saying. You can't blame everybody around you. You got to take some responsibility. And then after that,
Why do I feel like she's straight up telling us what she feels about her own mother right now? You know what I mean? There's no way for me to know, but
that you're able to grow from that. But then taking that experience and telling women that,
taking the experience of being beaten by your husband?
well, you know, you can be financially independent if
You could not be beaten if you make some independence for yourself and don't get fucked and married at 16. So you actually know what you're doing a little bit and know what to look for and know when someone is not a good dude. Don't tell them that. No.
something
Why we
bad
have
happens.
NGOs? Why we have other
question.
non-profits?
Good question.
What in the fuck? Who is this girl?
Why we have other non-profits? I also have one non-profit, just as
non-profits.
other. So women will go to these non-profit when they needed it.
Okay, so trying to fix this after the girl has lost the chance to go to school, you know, build like a experience in any workplace. You know, it's really hard to like work backwards from there, right? By then it's kind of too late for her a little bit. And she's going to feel awful.
I'm not asking like everybody has to use this AI. No, only the woman who is coming to me, she will go to the app, you know.
I guess like water goes into a stream. I guess in the way that leaves may fall off trees, they might come to the ground.
Like it's as simple. Why we
It is very simple, but it's kind of complex. Confucius.
have other non-profits helping women?
Well,
Why don't we have nonprofit ChatGPT telling women, you're fucked as soon as they get beaten? Come to my nonprofit. My ChatGPT will tell you that you've wasted your life with man. And you're fucked. Don't you want this?
there's
Mine is
women's
also another
shelters.
one, and everybody is using AI for all different purposes.
Exactly. Mine will tell you you're fucked.
I want to use AI for something better.
Well, that's
Somehow I don't think this is going to be better.
not better. It's just not better
That's
because
all
it,
your
We're in agreement.
perspective.
That's a dangerous thing, though, because again, AI has some really valuable uses.
That's why we
but
are.
we can't turn to it for everything. AI is just like a gun. Guns are awesome.
I'm sorry. Guns are meant for. They have a purpose, girl. It's called murdering humans. Okay. Killing. Maybe not murder. Homicide of humans. AI could do that. If Pete Hegseth was like writing the AI fucking, the foundational supercomputer that runs it, I bet he would fucking drive that right into any Islamic country known to man and nuclear explode that thing. But I don't think AI is like guns. This woman thinks it's like an AI therapist that's just going to tell these 16-year-old girls that they're fucked and they have no life anymore, but it's still not homicide.
Okay, but guns are not awesome if they're used for the wrong thing.
Literally, they have one use, girl. What is the right thing? Killing humans legally or killing them illegally? What in the fuck am I hearing?
And if they're used, a chainsaw is not as good as a hammer when you need to use.
Chainsaws have a utility, you stupid bitch. Like cutting trees. What the fuck? I'm blown away. Does she think chainsaws were only made to do what the guy in Chainsaw Massacre did?
The graph-based rack technology, we are
That's her response. I'm losing my mind.
feeding the chatbot to what to say. It's not like just go on the internet and
Go out and chainsaw them. It's like guns. Listen to me.
Seen Mold-Book?
It's simple. Leaf, go to ground. Chainsaw, Texas, kill women.
As someone who's in AI, do you know what Mold-Book is?
Mold book?
MOLTBOOK.
MOLTBOOK. Molt book. I have to look this up right now. Molt book, dude. Is this safe? What am I doing? It's like Reddit. They just copied Reddit. Recent AI agents. It is a social network for AI. Holy word wrap. What the? Well crafted. I love when people don't write their code in lines. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is a nightmare to read. What is this? Is this website even remotely do anything like what she's saying? I'm like, I feel like this is not that complex. It's not actually doing what it's claiming to. Is that true? Or anyone who knows code better than me? The fuck? Weird. I guess the real post.
Okay, Moltbook. So Moltbook is a social media where AIs communicate with each other, and you.
Yeah, it doesn't really tell us much. Hey, love. What? What? It's just chatbots.
Talk about what's being fed into the
People are
AI.
using
It's just chatbots. They're not even like AI.
Excuse me.
API to just post the comments in there.
It's just chatbots.
No, but that's not the point. My point is that you're saying what's fed into the
Not like it's fucking.
AI. So it's just reflecting what's fed into the AI. So AI has a
No, I think the AI models, you know, the large machine models are quite a bit different than just like a chatbot, girl.
human bias then if it's being fed
Well-
by humans.
No, it's RAG is a completely different system. So if you're going to a ChatGPT and say, suggest me a lip color, it says Maybelline,
Yeah.
L'Oreal second, third is
God.
Lakme or something. But if you're going to RAG based and if you use L'Oreal specific chatbot based on RAG, and if you ask what is the best lip color for me, it will only recommend.
Is she a real person? Are we sure that she's not an iRobot? What is happening? Listen, guys. It's amazing because I tell it what lip color I need and it gives me the right lip filler color. That's incredible. Okay?
recommend L'Oreal.
So
not go to the whole internet and buyers
Just-
That's essentially what you just said.
So it's just like an election. The person who puts the most
An election? Votes?
money in is the person who
Okay, we are way too fucking deep now, dude. We are in the Matrix. This is a meta move.
wins with your AI.
No, the
I thought elections were won by votes. But we have this subtle joke about elections in America being ran by money, being injected into an already dumb opinion about trying to make it an analogy here about this girl's stupid fucking story about getting lip filler. And that's why AI is incredible or bad. And I want off this right.
the non-profits I'm
I wanna
collecting
ask-
data with.
I want to ask something. So a woman's being abused by her husband, and she's supposed to go, "Dear AI, what do I do?"
It's better than what you think they should do, which is take accountability for it and get beat more.
Who next?
Yeah, she can talk to any language to that
I bet the AI would talk to her more than you would.
app.
It feels
Oh,
so
whoa,
impersonal.
so crazy.
Yes.
For Indy donated $1,000.
Sorry.
Hey, Bob. Jet 7 and
No
9,
clapping.
you make good arguments. Will you
Wow.
bow?
Oh, will you bow? Let me.
Like right now?
I don't think right now, but he's asking in general. Guys, W's in the chat for B Timby. I don't know if you're aware of this, B Timby.
Was that $1,000 dono? $1,000?
Hair pop.
We're gonna buzz her hair / cut it off.
This is so
for
dope.
the champagne pop. We'll do it a little bit later, but we will do it. We'll also pop.
What's stochastical machines? Or what exactly are you talking about? I mean, stochastical just means unpredictable, or unpredictable variables. So, I mean, they probably use stochastical modeling, right? With some complex matrixing, but yeah. Yeah, it just uses like complex matricing, right? I mean, I'm not exactly like an expert in machine learning, but were you talking about the bots on the Molt book that I went to? Because yeah, it didn't seem like AI on me; it just looked like chatbots. And then, I mean, there's got to be a few different kinds. 1K. He must be one of the husbands who beats his wife, and he's like, "Yeah, you fucking tell him. Tell my wife she needs to have accountability."
Champagne. We should also pull up the bow video here in a moment. So we'll get to that in just a moment. I have another chat coming in from Based Justin. Sorry for the delays on these guys. I was up from the seat, so I didn't see these come in.
Based _ Justin 69 donated $200. Feminist indoctrination results in young ladies focused on becoming the men they wish to marry. Nature will have healed when only 5% of young women go to college.
I would reject this $200. I would literally give it back. Yeah, they need a lot of input. Is that what you're getting at? I would reject this. Like, just, I would be like, dude, you can have this fucking shit back, you idiot. What in the... I don't think I'd be able to look at myself in the mirror, Vigilante.
But it's still a scam.
Thank you, Base Justin, for your message.
Thank you, Base Justin.
Message there. Cheers. Okay, so two things. I need to get the champagne, or Nathan, can you grab me a champagne bottle?
And you need to get some hair conditioner for this girl because she's, again, got the worst split ends I've ever seen in my entire life.
From the refrigerator. Who wants champagne?
Her hair is
Not
dead.
old enough, sorry. Everybody's over 21 though, so champagne. 1, 2, 3.
Does he have people who are not 21 over a lot?
4.
No.
Weird.
5, 6, 7. Okay. Rock and roll. All right.
It's Lent. Why not?
Yeah, but I'd still hate it, so I won't do it.
Only.
Can you get me the bottle? You got it? Yeah. I'll open it.
Wait, I have to ask. So like, what is the? They have microphones, right? But are they like toys? Because a few people literally just do not talk.
Nice cups. Oh, awesome.
Budweiser cup is great.
All right.
That's so
Can you
cool.
give me a paper towel, please? Actually, I got one.
For me, it's special.
Yo, guys, W's in the chat for Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Legend.
Indy can go
He's
fuck himself.
A legend. It's been a while since.
Chill.
Thank you. Ask you guys on. Could you hide the video thing? All right, guys, W's in the
What is happening? This is taking so long.
chat for so you guys can hear the pop. Wait, sorry, got it. Fucking slicked, boys. Prime the check if you have a Prime sub available. It's been our.
Wow.
Cheers.
5'10",
I put down 5'3".
5 feet, 5'10".
Okay.
I'm 5'2" and I put 5'8".
6 foot and I guess 5'11".
You wrote 6 foot, but okay.
I'm 5'6" and I put 6 foot.
5'5"
That was not the voice I was expecting.
and 5'10".
5'6" and 5'7".
I'm 5'4", and the minimum I would date is 5'5". Or
I'm 5'9", and my first husband was 5.
She's divorced? What do you mean first? Is there how many are there? It's like the gift that just keeps on giving, dude.
5'6".
Okay.
My husband now is 5'8".
All right. I don't know if this is going to make any sense. But
Well, we don't have to worry about him beating you. that like some Freudian thing there? You know, your mom gets beaten and you say she just needs to take accountability, so you just date a man who's smaller than you or something?
Nathan, the water level test one, the one with the blue water, if you can get that going on the window tab. So guys, I've updated my questionnaire here a little bit to include on the back side something called the water level test. And Nathan, show the audience, because it's, you know, the other one. No, wait. It's the one with the blue. It should be prior to that one.
I hope I got it right.
I got it wrong at first because I didn't read the word water.
Stop. Louder, please. There's nothing else. There's not, prior to that tab, there's not. Okay, go the Discord then. It's going to be in the, where is it? The media tab under research.
Did we just like witness someone about to be fired or what? Dude, relax. You're still on the show, man. Control your anger, producer man. Right? You can yell at him and smack his face when you're behind the scenes, you know?
Sources, media.
You mean it's not on the prior tab?
Media tab under resources. You're gonna.
The fuck do I pay you for, you gaffer?
It'll be the first one, and then you'll just click it, and then go to window tab.
Dude, what does he have? Like fucking grandpa back there? 80-year-old man?
Okay, so this is what's on the back of the paper. Figure A shows a glass with some water in it. Figure B, the glass has been tilted. Draw a line to show where the water line would be. So
My dumb ass would have all the fun in the world. Okay? Leveling this, as in like seeing if this is actually level, and then try my hardest to see if it is, and it doesn't look like it is. Which means maybe? I don't know. It would still be the same height, but like, what if it's a smaller rectangle? I'm seeing a bigger, thicker line right here. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Glass has been tilted. Draw a line to show where the water line would
Also, you got some weird glasses, bro.
be. So, starting with
Technically, this is also wrong because it would have a little bit of a concave drop, right?
tilted, draw a line to show where the water line would be. So, starting with, I guess I'll just hold it up to the monitor. Starting with the results here for chair one, okay? Going around.
That's
Oh,
not
wait,
my
no.
paper.
Ah, fuck. Okay, starting with the woman next to me, going around that way. I got my shit
Clockwise?
backwards. I don't know if
Wow, we're doing an intelligence test about water levels, and we don't even know how clocks work.
this
Wow,
this is probably
how masculine.
better. Okay, so that's
I can't see it,
her.
dude. Yeah, I can't see it, man. It's kind of far. You don't have another camera in here?
Whose is this? Is this yours, Lisa?
I think so.
I think you did. She fail?
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
that
Somehow more water got in there.
a fail? I think that's a fail.
It was close.
Mine
It
was
was
fail.
close.
Supposed to be even
Yeah.
with the
Gravity.
what is
I didn't read the question fully at
That's you?
first.
You definitely
I did.
fail.
I did.
Fail. Okay, going to Priyanka.
Nailed it.
Got it correct.
Mine looks
This
a little
might be
bit
the
skewed.
stupidest thing I've ever done. I think that is that. I think you got it right.
Yeah.
I did get it right. I just put
You added more water?
more water in there.
You
than-
did add
I
a bit
did
of
the
water,
same.
but
I
did
it's
the
about
same.
It's, I just know it's supposed to be parallel to the
She got it
room
right.
table.
Yay! It's actually pretty.
Yeah, I just added too much
you
water.
did add.
a lot of water.
Well done. Go.
A glass half full.
I believe
That's pretty good. Yeah.
maybe you just don't know how to draw straight. And then
Nailed it.
GG.
She knows how to draw a water line. Still doesn't know how to fix her hair.
Wow, congratulations. I think that's everybody.
Why am I still watching this?
I
Women's
go through that during war also,
Huh?
right? Like it's
Yeah,
not
no, no,
just
I'm
women,
not. I'm
and
not
then they
taking
die.
that. No, I'm not taking that away.
That's why,
I'm saying like
it's both sometimes.
I'm
you know.
saying
I'm
men
saying
are the
that.
main sufferers, and then their families also suffer, not to the extent that the men do, but they suffer.
Rip. Does this actually be able to show my... I don't think you can see the keyboard on here. I think that's a negative. Ghost Rider. Advanced. Blah, 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 blah. As well. Big. Annoying. Macros. All right. I'm gonna end my stream because it's late. I can't really stream late, or else I get beaten myself. No, I'm kidding. Thank you all for watching. I know it was a little late stream. Not something I normally do. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And wait. For this to work, I actually have to. You know, I have to have the fucking sound. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Peace out. A-Town.